August 7th, 2023, ban and restricted announcement. It's not exactly a whopper, folks. So, of course, for the bans in all formats, zip. Nada, nothing. No changes to any format as far as adding cards to any ban list. Modern, Pioneer, we'll get to that in a little bit. However, we're seeing some unbans. And this is, of course, the topic that's been discussed a decent amount, especially in Modern, with the MH1, MH2, Lord of the Rings cards being so powerful that a lot of the cards on the Modern ban list kind of feel like relics a little bit, honestly, of a bygone era. Cards like Hypergenesis, Splinter Twin, and so on and so forth. So, interesting to see some unbans here, but they chose about the most innocuous card to unban just on the entire damn list. Preordain comes off the ban list. Preordain, of course, high quality cantrip alongside Ponder was a huge part of the Storm decks back in the day. Preordain is a good cantrip, don't get me wrong, but Modern's changed a lot since then, and I'm not convinced Preordain is even better than Consider. Will this change things in Modern? I don't think this really moves the needle. I think it is going in the right direction because I think unbanning cards is a very good idea. Kind of like playing around with the ban list and seeing what can come off, because obviously we have a very, very powerful Modern format now that's dominated by Modern Horizons cards. We can get some real Modern cards in there too. That'd be kind of nice. Kind of a weird one, but we will see how that one pans out. In Legacy, Mind's Desire has been unbanned as well. One of the most classic Storm cards, obviously self-perpetuating. You just cast it and then it storms into itself to cast more copies and plays your whole deck. How does that change Legacy? I honestly don't really know. I've not looked at Legacy too much lately. I can't imagine it moves the needle that much, honestly, although we will see, of course. Most Storm decks usually are, ritual-based and Tendrils of Agony and so on and so forth. Not really qualified to speak there. The interesting part here, of course, is the lack of bans. So, of course, in Modern right now, the One Ring and Orcish Bowmasters. At Pro Tour Lord of the Rings, the One Ring was the most played card. I feel like people haven't even figured out exactly what to do with it yet. Most played card and probably hasn't hit its ceiling yet. Bowmasters, of course, honestly, arguably the best card in Lord of the Rings. You know, obviously a little worse than One Ring as far as you can only play it in black decks, but I think maybe a better card overall. Currently running Ramshackle, Being Left Alone. All the Modern Horizons cards, you know, that could maybe or maybe not be hit. Modern's a very powerful place right now. Kind of interesting to see, you know, what they're going to do with the unbans and so on and so forth. Also, no changes to Pioneer. So we see Pioneer, of course, remaining the same. Karn, the Great Creator, manages to dodge bans in all formats, despite being really, really powerful. And Pioneer is kind of a format where I think it's pretty balanced. It isn't very exciting of a format, but it is pretty balanced, I think. I don't think any change really needs to happen there. Neither in Standard as well. And I'm curious to see how things shake out in the online formats. A lot of big changes happening to Historic with the addition of Lord of the Rings. The One Ring and Bowmasters, of course, are MH2 power level cards, which is kind of what Historic's been avoiding. And then we have Khans of Tarkir coming to Arena also soon with the fetch lands, which worries me a lot for the heart and soul of Historic. We'll get to that. So that's the announcement for this time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Look for my content, obviously, on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you follow along, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Have a good one.